Okay, good. So, yeah, a little bit about me. I reside here in Austin, Texas, and I come from a very strong background in um, various domains in the industry, from education to operations management. I have a very strong background in business analysis, so which kind of brings me into data governance as well too. So my background is basically just solving problems, trying to look for business values, trying to solve different solutions, and also connecting the stakeholders to the technical department and bringing that, simplifying that technical jargon to our stakeholders to be able to understand what the business actually does to the end users. So that's pretty much a little bit about my background.
Okay,
I have, yeah, so
that's fine.
honestly,
Thank you. We will go into
yes.
it properly in a minute. I
All
just
right,
wanted
very
to
good,
just.
very good, very good.
So,
Good.
what's your name? What's your name? I guess
My name is Tess, and I prefer to be called Tess Adenle.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks for joining us. This evening for me, this afternoon for you. Before we
Thank
talk
you.
about where you are today, can you please tell everyone, where you were before joining the program? So, what was your whole job? What did you do previously?
Yes. So my previous job is mostly as a business analysis. That's what my previous job is, and I'm also into education as well too, and also operations in various domains. I've led various strategies in HR, business operations, and also in education. So I've done quite a few of different little things in different fields. I'm really keen into education myself too, working with children with special needs, and also as a business analyst to trying to drive that business solutions. And I've done that for quite a decade now. And which also brought me to, with the current changing in AI, I wanted to change my domain. I wanted to change my experience. I wanted to find myself more grounded into the data world. So that's what brought me into data governance today.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, you used to work with children with special needs. You did a bit of business analysis. Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. So, how did you then land in? So, you obviously, because of AI, you were looking for new opportunity. So, why Berkeley Data Strategist?
So I work with a data company, a consultancy firm based in Minneapolis, and as a business analyst, it is very important for me to continue to grow. So I was on a project that requires technical skills, strong technical background, and honestly, it was very challenging for me working with the technical working with the data analytics. And on the project I was assigned, it was very key on Power BI. I've used Power BI before, but I'm not strong at it. And it's a very big company I'm working with a lot of different technical, working with developers, working with various engineers, and that is not my biggest strength. So I began to have some challenges, and while I was going through those challenges, my manager called me and asked me if I have any other experience so they can appropriately place me. I began to think. She asked me a question. What do you know about data governance? There's a data governance project coming up. And I said to myself, what's that? Now, during my interview, I was asked the same question. So I researched what data governance is. So I have a clue, not quite much. So when I began to have those challenges at my work, and immediately I began to dive more into data governance. Let me go research this. This company does data governance because I really knew my boss wanted to help me and properly place me into the right project. But to do that, I need that skills. I need that expertise. I need that knowledge. I need to be able to, I need to fulfill myself or to showcase myself that I can do this job. So I was researching. I went to Facebook. everything about data governance. I found some information and I began to research who can teach me data governance, and the schools available. Mind you, I went to UT Austin to study cybersecurity. I paid 15 grand to do cybersecurity. I started applying for jobs. I couldn't get a job in cybersecurity. I've done several job mentoring and I couldn't get anything that really fit into my interest. So when I landed into one of your advertisement or one of your profile pages on Instagram, and that clicked it. Now, I'm a firm believer. My sister is an auditor. Like, we don't play with anything internet, or we believe a lot of scammers are out there. We believe everyone out there is there to get you. So when I found your profile, I'm like, what is there for me to lose? So I researched it. I asked questions. I began to look at the reviews online. I began to look for that negative review, but I couldn't find any. So I said, what is it going to take me? Let me just give you a call. So at that moment, that moment I gave you a call was December, just right before Christmas. I think December 22, 2025, when I gave you a phone call. And I said, please, can you tell me a little bit about your program? And that's all I said. Now, the way you responded to me also brought my interest. And I said, it might be an interesting person. Maybe not what I really think. And at that moment, and then we carried the conversation. Now, finance was very tight on me at that particular time. And I'm grateful that, I have that flexibility to be able to make payments. And when I started, it was a game changer. 8 weeks program changed my life. And so I began to have every weekly meetings with my manager. So one day my manager said, Tess, can you tell me about data governance? What do you know about data governance? I said, well, I've been studying the CDMP book. I've been reading the CDMP book, and I actually did projects on telecommunications. And my manager said, well, can you send that to me? I said, sure. I'm going to send you the profile of the project I did on telecommunication. Now, at this point, I'm talking as if I was actually on the job doing the project. So I don't know if you remember the project you gave to us in class about telecommunications. I actually compared the project from beginning to the end, and I shared it with my colleagues to review, and you reviewed it with me too. So I took the project, I did a project, I compared the project back to back, end to end, and I presented the project to my manager and my principal director. And my manager said to me, Tess, you know what? I'm going to call the data governance director and recommend you to switch your role into that. That was my game changer right on there. That was my game changer. That was the game changer. So I began to wait. And now this program have not ended. Okay. Now I began talking about metadata, business glossaries. I told my boss about how I'm going to be doing AI governance. A lot of the things we've talked about in class. So my manager now had to schedule me for an interview with the director of data governance. Now, I'm a business architect because I was business architect on my role. So my business architecture, my principal director for business architect introduced me to the director of data governance based on that project that I presented. And I'm forever grateful. So when I met with with the director, she asked me a couple questions about my experience. A lot of the experience was based on what I did in education, what I did as I used to be director in a clinical hospital in Houston. I talked about how that all my transferable skills was I able to kind of go through my transferable skills into data governance. And one thing she said to me is, I like your smile. I think your smile, the stakeholders will like that. So, and that was how I started. So before the program ended, I was placed on a project. Now, the project was still going to couple signatory, a couple approvals before it can begin to implement. So I was still waiting. So while I was waiting for the final approval from the stakeholders and my company to be able to approve that so I can begin on the project or be assigned to the team. We were wrapping up our data governance strategies. So when I was finally placed on a project, and one thing you said, I want to cry. It's very emotional to me because I was given the SOW, and I looked at the SOW and I said, "Oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do with this?" So the game changer is I sent it to Prof, and Prof just break it down for me. So when I actually met with the team and asked me, Tess, what are you going to be doing on this project? Can you just let us know what your role is on the project? Oh my God, I began to say everything back to back. And our project lead, our project director now actually appropriately assigned me to, I'll be in charge of reporting use case for that project. So, and that was a game changer. So I began to break down all the tasks into various agile stories, into
Okay,
Jira.
all right. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
So,
Okay,
sorry, I lost my voice from yesterday.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. So I'm gonna pick a few things from what you said. So your background, you were a business analyst, struggling with Power BI. Obviously, your manager yourself, but you're working on something else that you can do, doesn't require technical skills. That's what sparked your interest in data governance. Your boss specifically asked you if you knew anything about data governance. You started researching. Okay.
Yes.
That's very interesting. Because I saw a content creator on Instagram yesterday who was saying that the place to start to get into data governance is to start with Excel and Power BI.
Oh no, that's not true. No. I have no technical experience at all. Trust me, I have no technical experience.
You also mentioned that you're a bit skeptical. There's a lot of scammers on social media yesterday. Yes, definitely. There are definitely many of them. So well done for doing your research. Okay, now let's move on. So the next question I'm going to ask also is probably linked to the points that I made already. Many people believe that breaking into data, specifically data governance and data management, which is what concerns me, is impossible without a technical background.
Oh no, it's very possible. You have transferable skills, and that's why I tell most of my friends that are close to me who wants to break into tech. And if you feel like you don't have the technical background, you don't have to have technical background. Even my director tells me that my director don't even have technical background. So, because we all have transferable skills that the technical team does need. We are very valuable to the team. I don't code. I don't write technical jargons. I don't speak technical language. I don't do the architectural. On the project I'm currently on right now, I am not in the data architectural part at all. So we have the raw layer, the silver, and the gold layer. I'm on the silver and the gold layer. So on that layer right there, my role is to translate what the technical team has done in the raw layer, right, into the gold layer case, so that the business or the end users can understand the products on how to use it. So I wish I could share my screen. I had to build wireframes on how the data stewards would use the software we're building. So the company I work for, right, the software program we're developing right now, you have the architectural team that actually build or design or do the back end of the product. I'll give an example. So let's say you want to do, let's say Macy's, for example, okay? There's a lot that goes into when you go online, you want to go buy something. There's a lot that goes on at the back end. There's a lot. Sometimes people can even lose their jobs if you don't do it correctly, right? There's a lot that goes on in the back end. I don't have to do it back end. My role is to see what people see on the front end, right? And to be able to translate that with those at the back end to do the job correctly. So the business, the stakeholders want to see what users will see, and that's my role. So when we're really talking to the stakeholders, they want me to. I was assigned a stakeholder rep that will be able to talk to me how they do their day-to-day job. And an example would be they use Tableau. I have no clue about Tableau. I have never used Power BI. I don't know what Tableau is. So they sent me the file, the Tableau file for the company. The company is trying to utilize data governance, right? They're trying to build or set up the master data. They're trying to set up their data foundations. They're trying to set up their metadata and the data governance strategy for the whole enterprise. So my role as an architect is to be in between the stakeholders and the architectural team. I don't know Tableau. I don't know how to use Tableau. I'll be honest with you.
Okay,
But
that's fine.
but today I know.
Okay, that's fine. Correct. Thank you. So basically, you don't need any technical background.
Yes.
So no one should deceive anyone to start learning Python, Snake, Anaconda, Excel, and Power BI to get into data governance.
Absolutely.
Totally two opposite things. So let's set the record straight. Right. Okay. Now, I want to understand a little bit more. So let's come back to the to the program itself.
Okay, sir.
If you can cast your mind back, I think you were in the January cohort, 2026.
Yes, January cohort 2026, correct. Yes.
Okay. So if you can cast your mind back, what was the single biggest lesson or a mindset shift that you gained during the program that then made the greatest difference for you to make that transition?
Well, one major thing for me that helped me when I first started is how we collaborate with one another in the class. And not just that, the class was set up in a way how you will be performing on the job. It's really interesting because I already have the background. I already have the connection with stakeholders. I already know how to talk to different stakeholders and make a presentation. I'm not really big on making presentations, right? So one really key thing is that collaboration of how to be able to talk in front of various stakeholders and also knowing that what you are doing, right, has value to the business. So it was really key. So that is one of my takeaway. And my biggest takeaway is actually doing the job in class. So the project, people think it's really not important because it's flexible. It's the most important part of the class.
Okay, thank you very much.
The most important part of the class. Yes.
So that's exactly what I say when I put on our flyer. The program is, makes your job ready, right?
Yes,
absolutely. Because you're learning from 26 years of practical experience, not something that I've listened to somewhere or something that I've read from someone. So then it makes all the difference. And then we give you the project, which obviously simulates a proper work environment. So, okay.
Can I just say one thing, one more thing? And I think one also takeaway was you always tell us this. AI is there, but don't let, you always let us know that don't let AI take away your, this particular way you say it. But in essence, you want us to be masters of the job, not relying on AI tools. Now, AI is just a guide, but
of course,
you should know. It's garbage in, garbage out. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Garbage in, garbage out. That's what I was looking for.
Yes, of course.
You should know what you're doing. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you are working in data management, which of course data governance is just a small extension. For me, there's still a lot of confusion for a lot of people. They don't know the difference between data management and data governance. A lot of people think that data governance is actually some kind of a career on its own. Whilst it's just one part of data management. But now that you are in, right, what surprised you the most, with the reality of what you are doing in your role? You said something about you don't have to code, you don't have to do Power BI, Tableau, all the kind of stuff. Is there anything else that, as you go to work every day and you're coming back, you're thinking, oh wow, so I'm doing this without having to do this?
Yes. Thank you, sir. I think I mentioned that I went to UT Austin, University of Texas, and I did cybersecurity. And I have a lot of certifications, Scrum Master certification, Pro Owner certification. I have various certification in different. I have Atlant certification. I have CompTIA. I have quite a few. I can't even remember all I have. But what really stood out to me most is data governance or data management is just not one stream. There are several branches you can branch into. If you take your time to read the CDMP booklet, or you take your time to read the book you provided, or was very, very phenomenal too, and you'll see you can go into metadata, you can go into data stewardship role, you can go into data quality. There's several things that you can do as part of data governance, not just being a data governance analyst. So there's different ways you can contribute, and all it takes is understanding the concept. So like I told my friend, I have a friend who is already in HR. I'm like, okay, you're already in HR. You know how HR runs. You know the compliance. Those are transferable skills. I have a friend who is also who is even in the medical field. I have a friend who is in the medical field and wanted to be a stay-home mom, right? And looking for that role to be able to work and still be home with the kids. You have transferable skills that can be, because you can work in the medical field as a data governance too. We're taking up those roles. You know those skills. You're already into it. No matter what you do, even if you are in Nigeria or you are anywhere in the world, those skills are transferable. Even if you're an hairstyle stylist, you organize things. You know how to organize. You know how to talk to stakeholders. That's all it takes. That's all you need. And when you are given those roles, thank God for power of AI right now. You have those tools readily available. And when you take that class, you also have connections that you can also reach out to. You have your classmates where you can also reach out to for questions. I have my colleagues from the class still reach out to me and say, hey, Tess, I have this project I'm working on. I don't even know how to get started. So we can read it together and say, hey, this is what your boss is asking you to do. And then we can tackle it together. And I can even reach out to Prof and say, hey, Prof, I've been asked to do a wireframe, and can you help me? Where am I going to get started? And just giving that hint lights the bulb. It just sparkles something into me, and you understand it. So once you really know what you're doing, it becomes so easy, and your team will be able to work with you because it's different from being in the trying to look for the right code, trying to look for how to do something on Excel and it's not working, because it frustrates a lot of people. But you really don't need to have technical expertise or go to school to do computer science. I didn't have my degree in hotel management. That's my BSc. I have a master's degree in hospitality management. I have my bachelor's in hospitality management. I have a master's degree in hospitality management. That's my degree.
Okay.
So there's so many
All
places
right.
you can branch into.
Okay, thank you very much. You are the prof, because you keep calling me prof. I'm not a prof. So it sounds like
Yeah, Prof.
so it sounds like you are the prof. With all the
No, you're
degrees.
the Prof.
Right. Okay. So if someone is watching today, they're watching this today, and they keep postponing their career transition. Of course, most of the people that are watching probably people who are already following. They're postponing it because they think that maybe they're not ready, or maybe they've had one content creator saying that you need to go and learn Power BI and Excel first. What would you say to them based on their own experience?
From my experience, I would say if you have that, don't wait. Don't wait. I always advise you to, when you have that drive, follow your passion, follow your dream. You can do it. It is not technical. If you can go to school and get good grades, it's the same thing. So if you want to have that passion, and if you have the drive to increase your take-home pay, because that's very important. If you have that drive to, if you have that drive to want to increase your take-home pay, if you have that drive that you want to be able to be home with your children. I'm a single mom of 2. I am home with my children. I keep saying this. I increased my income 3 times more, and you will see the changes or the effect of how you also affect your children too, in also aspiring into STEM or taking or doing something in technical as well. So I would say, if you have that, don't give up. Invest in yourself, and it will pay out. And stay consistent. Invest, stay consistent, collaborate with people, have connections. You will see the opportunities are there for you. The opportunities are waiting for you, and do not let it pass you by. And I'm not sugarcoating, because nobody introduced you to me. I found you myself. So there was no referral. No one is taking the glory or anything like that. I had to research. I had to type. And before I reached out to you, I've already contacted people in India as well too. But and I wanted something, not because it's just 8 weeks program. I wanted something that's very concrete, something that is real. I wanted to see those reviews. I wanted someone that can help me or can help lift me up. And that's what I got from you. So and you know, I can't be more grateful. So that's my advice to anyone who is probably considering or thinking about taking this program.
Okay, thank you. Looking back, obviously, a few months, backwards, what would your career look like today if you had not made that decision to invest in yourself and start the journey?
I would still be struggling. So I would still be working 2 jobs, multiple jobs. And if I had not taken that bold step to invest in myself, I will be struggling financially. I will be doing multiple jobs to keep up with my bills. And I will be stressed. And my children, because it's going to trickle down to my family as well too. But taking that time to invest in myself, and my family supported me to invest, and in that flexibility to make that payment was a game changer. So when I look back, I'm really grateful for where I am today.
Okay, good. You mentioned some of your friends in HR, compliance, medical field. How come they have not been calling me?
Well, a lot of people have called you. A lot of people have called you.
Okay.
Wow, a lot of people have called you.
I just didn't want to forget that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's a good. You really made some great insights there to the viewers. Thank you very much. So, finally, sounds like you have a lot of energy. You're very excited. What's next for you then? Where do you see your career over the next 2 or 5 years? From now.
Thanks for that question. From 5 years from now, I want to double up my income. That's number 1.
Okay.
So what I see myself is, I want to be able to take on more leadership role in data governance. I want to see myself doing more. I want to see myself more grounded into governance, governance strategies, and also take up that leadership role in governance. And I'm on the right path right now. I want to do more of AI governance, because with the world changing into AI, that's where I see myself in being AI governance leadership.
Okay. So you want to go into management? Okay, good.
Yes.
You got my book, Grounded Governance?
I have it already.
Okay, good. So that's a good starting point. I also know that you are on the CDMP revision group. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are doing the right things. You have Grounded Governance, my book. You are preparing for your CDMP.
CDMP.
What's your opinion? Obviously, you have a lot of certifications, right? Already. So what's your opinion about getting certification, specifically, the CDMP, which obviously is not it's not true for the price of one like every other certification. It's very rare to find people. What's your opinion about it?
My opinion about for the CDMP specific, this for certifications in general, the CDMP, if you're new to data governance, right, and you haven't really been into any data governance role in tech, it's going to strengthen your qualifications during the interview. That's just it. It's going to strengthen, because that is what helped me from being a BA into governance. It did not just, my boss did not just take my word for it. I actually carry the book and say, this is the book I'm reading. I can do this job. So it brings trust. It shows that you are willing, you have the drive to be able to learn. It's a very big book. So, and the director of governance said, I did not even read that book. Can you believe that? But I sure have my certification. So what it does is this: it gives employers that you have the drive, and because once you can get through the book, it's really going to help you on the job, and it just boosts your morale, it boosts your competence, it boosts your confidence level when you're talking, and you will actually see that the book is what you do on the job. And that's the difference. I have a Scrum Master certification. It's different. I have Product Owner certification. It is so different. I have Ackland. I have several other certification I did. CompTIA. It is different. Now, the book is actually what you do on the job. When you want to write a roadmap for your project, go open up the book. It's going to guide you. That's it. So.
Okay. All right, thank you. So you definitely support it, yes. The content creator I referred to earlier on also said that don't do certification, just learn Excel, Power BI. Everyone can just set camera and be talking things on social media. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Yes. Okay. I want us to take some questions before I then ask you the final words. I'm just trying to see if there's any questions.
I also want to add to that data governance is not overpopulated like the BA and business analysis is overpopulated, because right now most companies, if you don't know tech, they probably won't hire you if as a BA anymore. So.
Okay. Someone's asking, what's the lead time from you starting the course to securing your role? Please answer the question.
What is the lead time?
From starting the course to securing a role.
It's an 8-week program. I mean, in less than 4 weeks, I was already in my role. And then mind you, my case is everyone's case is different. I'll be honest with you. Everyone's story is different. For me, I was already working in the company. I was struggling with the project I was on. I was on bench for 2 months, right? I was removed from the project. I was on a bench, right? And while I was before I was removed, I was seeing the red flags. That was when I began to call to research about data governance. And before I got called and say, hey, you know what, you don't have the expertise for this project, the stakeholder is already complaining, we're going to put you on bench. So while I was on bench, and my company, if you're on bench, right, you can be taking some programs. You can be studying, reading, learning, or whatever you want to do. So, but before I got on bench, I've already done 3 weeks with Prof. So I didn't stay too long on bench before I got into my next project. Now, when I was assigned my next project, it didn't start right away, which is a plus. Or God on my side, because they were still working still doing the final paperwork on the back end. So now when the final paperwork back end finished, and I was done with the program. So the transition was just easy. So everyone's story is different. So for me, it was just more about I would say 3 weeks into that. That was my leading time of that. But once I got through the project, I was able to show it to my boss. So it was a good transition.
Okay.
I hope I answered your question. Whoever asked that.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Actually, I want to, deep, because you keep referring to the project, which, in your own words, is the most important part of the program itself. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
So obviously, it gives you that hands-on opportunity and experience to be able to, to see things done. Someone asked a question and said that I think they're asking, how can you be confident during the interview? Well, we do interview prep, so we'll prepare you for interviews here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, again, you are not learning from theory. You are learning from 26 years of experience, and my team as well. That who are experienced. They're not playing at the same level as the people that we are training. So it's not like we have trainers here who are applying for the same type of job that you're applying for. So how can they help you when you are all of this at the same level? It's very difficult. Do you have anything
Can
to
I
add to
answer that too? I can also speak to that because I kind of sense where that person is coming from, because I am not a good person I'm really not good in front of people or doing presentations or interviews. I would say that the class also preps you, because when we're doing the presentations in class, it also helps too. So I'm a fast learner. So we all learn differently, right? I'm a first learner. I'm a firm believer I'm a visual learner as well too. So when we do those presentations in class, I also want to say that, take time to invest in practicing yourself. Take time to have small groups, because I had small groups with a couple of my colleagues from class, that we can actually speak out. That's how I learn. So when I'm able to practice my speech or my conversation, it makes the interview go easy and smoother too, because you already have it in there. What you say out loud is what you will remember quickly. So those also helped me too.
Okay, thanks for that. I don't see any other question in the chat. I don't see another question. How did you get over imposter syndrome when you started? Someone's asking, how did you get over imposter syndrome? I don't think you were imposing anybody.
I wasn't imposing anybody. You just have to shake it off. When you present yourself to the client, nobody wants to know if you have imposter or nothing. All they want to see is confidence. And for me, if I don't know something, the easiest or the safest thing to say is, oh, can I get back to you on that? I have it written down. I will be sure I get back to you before the end of the day. Is that okay with you? And they probably will usually say yes. Oh, sure, no problem. And I'll write it down. And then I'm calling Prof. They said this, so what happens? Am I supposed to say that?
Okay, that's fine. I think what you are describing is our on-the-job support offering.
Yeah, on-the-job support. Yes. But anyway, that's how I get over it. So, but just be confident in yourself. Be confident. Show yourself that you know what you're doing, and just let your demeanor show that. And that's how I got over it. I smile a lot. I think my smile kills a lot of things that I don't know.
Yes, thank you. I think for me, the imposter syndrome is always as a result of is fear, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why you need to have someone who is mentoring you, who is holding your hands, who obviously has been to where you are trying to go, and they can give you that assurance that don't worry, there are no bumps on that side of the road. Right? We'll move another 1 mile before we get to the bump. Don't worry, just keep going. Right? You need someone like that is going to stand with you, not somebody that you are just going to finding your way.
Yes.
To the place that you're trying to go to. So to get over it is to make sure that you have a mentor that has been there, done it, and has a t-shirt.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree.
Okay. I don't see another question. Okay. So finally, right? First, I want to thank you for your time. Obviously, I know it's Sunday, and I know it's afternoon for you in the US. So
Thank
thank
you,
you very
sir.
much for your time. Really exciting to obviously, actually, have a good catch up with you today and see all the great stuff that you're already doing, and see all the how excited that you really are. So I'm glad that you're logging in. So on that note, what advice would you leave everyone watching tonight with?
Be yourself. Follow your dreams. Stay consistent. This is the first time I've ever enjoyed my job in 20 plus years. I've been in the US 25 years now. This is the first time I've ever enjoyed my job. And this is the first time I've making more money. And just be consistent. Invest in yourself. Ask questions if you don't know. And just do not be afraid. If there's something telling you cannot do, have that strong belief in yourself that I can do this. Trust me, if I can do it, literally, like no kidding, if I can do this, you can do better. Because I don't like to talk in front of people. I don't like to talk in front of professionals in the industry. But guess what? I'm doing it today. If I can do it, anyone can absolutely do it. Anyone can absolutely do it. Looking at my background, looking at my foundations, looking at where I've been, anyone can. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I'm very grateful for for the opportunity to be able to increase not just my role, my career, because I already thought I was going to lose my job when I came to data governance. When I came to you, I came with fear, and I don't know if you can see it in my face, like I'm bubbling, and I'm not sugarcoating it. Because when I look at my purse, I'm happy.
Okay. All right. Okay, that helps. Okay. All right. So
Sorry,
on that
Prof.
note,
I probably talk too much.
no, that's fine. Thank you. On that note, thank you very much, and thank you to everyone else as well that joined. Thanks for your time. I do really appreciate it. I don't see any more questions, so maybe it's safe for us to go and enjoy the rest of the sun for tonight. So thank you, everybody, and we'll catch up again soon. I'll see you next time, same place, next month. I'll come back with another powerful guest. So far, so good. Remember, AI obviously is bringing opportunity in data. So also opportunists also looking to take the opportunity. So use your brain. Yeah.
Yes.
See you
Yes.
next time. Bye bye.